Hi everyone, so make sure that you subscribe to my channel for those that have not yet subscribed to the channel. And in this tutorial video I'm going to be solving question 9 from tutorial sheet 2. Alright, so we are solving these questions today, and please make sure that you pay particular attention. This is question 9 from tutorial sheet 2. So from these questions you can see we have the first question which says negative 2x minus 1 in absolute value symbols is equal to 6. Now how do you solve such a question? So when you look at this is a linear equation. So how do you solve it? How do you solve such a question? So you first remember the scenario that I gave in the previous question, which is question 8, that when you have the absolute value of a negative number, let's say for the absolute value for negative 2, the solution is a positive 2, and then if you have the absolute value of positive 2, the solution will always be the same positive answer. Now the question is, why am I saying this, or why have I introduced this again? I want you to know to say, whenever you solve the equation this inside these absolute value symbols, whether you get the answer to be positive or negative, the answer will still be positive. So there is a probability of you getting a negative answer in this absolute value equation when you insert any number there in which is in the set of the domain. So here what is important is just for you to to say the absolute value of a negative number is a positive number. Alright, so if you have been given such a question, when you are solving it, this is how you do it. So you are going to have negative 2x minus 1, you equate this to positive 6, and then you also get this same question, negative 2x minus 1, you equate this now to a negative answer, which is negative 6. Sorry for that, this is supposed to be 6. So we'll start first by solving this one this side. We'll take this negative 1 to the other side of the equal sign, meaning we're going to have negative 2x being equal to 6 plus 1. So meaning your value of x there will just be equal to, or let me just solve it step by step for the sake of everyone to understand. This is 6, so we're going to have 7 this side. So when you divide by negative 2 this side and then divide by negative 2 this side, you're going to have your x being equal to negative 7 over 2. Same applies to this part. You take this negative 1 to the other side of the equal sign. Yeah, so mathematically you don't take the negative 1 to the other side of the equal sign, but we say you find the additive inverse of negative 1, which is positive 1. So whatever you do to this to the equation this side, that's what you do to the other side of the equation. But you guys, since you are used to taking the negative 1, you can take it, there's no problem. Still it still means the same. So we find the additive inverse of negative 1, which is positive 1. So you are going to have negative 2x being equal to negative 6 plus 1, you get negative 5. Then you divide everything by negative 2, even this side by negative 2. Your value of x there will now be equal to positive 5. Oh, this is 5, sorry. Yeah, so this is 5. It's going to be positive 5 over 2. So this is how basically you solve such an equation. Try to replace these values of x there. You see the numbers that you are going to get. If there is anyone that if there is any solution that does not give you 6, then you discard it. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that it's going to give you 6, because when you put this 5 over 2 there, you're going to have negative 5 minus 1, which gives you negative 6. The absolute value of negative 6, you get positive 6. You also try this one, you still get the same answer, which is positive 6. Alright, so let's quickly move on to the next question. So this one here is also simple. This one here is also simple. So we have the next question, which is this. So when you have such a question, just know this is a very simple question. If you want, you can use you can go by the first method that we used on this first one. Right, so what you do, these are simple questions. You just square both sides. Or if you want, you can use this method which we used on the first question, like I earlier mentioned. So you can use any method and still find the same answers. So myself, I like using the squaring both sides method. When you have the absolute value symbols on both sides, you square both sides. Or you just write this and then you say this is equal to that, you find the answer. And then the other one, you say this is equal to the negative of this side, you find the answer. So the other method is we say 2x plus 1 is equal to 4x minus 3. So we pair the like terms. This side we're going to have 2x and 4x, we pair them. So we're going to have 2x. When we take this 2x to the other side of the equal sign, it's going to be 4x minus 2x, which gives us 2x. And then equals, let me just say minus 3 minus 1, which gives us 0. Okay, so we're going to have 2x being equal to 4. So our first x value is going to be equal to 4 divided by 2. We're going to have 2 this side. So before you even go any further, let's try to put 2 there. So this will be 4 plus 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1. We get 5 this side. And then we say 2 times 4, it's 8. 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 will give us 8 minus 3 will give us 5. Yeah, so 5. Even this side we get 5. So this method is accepted. So I think this is the perfect method that you are supposed to use. Yeah, I like using the one for squaring both sides, but I don't know why it has refused today. So I would advise you to use this method, not the one I used at first. So use this method. So we also move on to the next question. I mean, not next question, but the next solution. So we say 2x plus 1 is equal to, we say the negative of 4x minus 3. So please, when you're solving such questions, use this method which I'm using, not the previous method which I used, because yeah, so this one is the recommended one. In short, the one which I used at first, I don't think it's really helpful, because it has refused to answer one of our questions, meaning it's not reliable. But it also solves most questions, but I think it's not reliable for now. So we pair the like terms now. So we're going to have negative 6x. When you pair when you pair 2x and negative 4x, you get negative 6x being equal to positive 3 minus so positive 3 minus 1, you get 2. So the value of x again will be equal to negative 2 over 6, which is just the same as 1 over 3. So 1 over 3 is the answer. Let's try to put 1 over 3 there. So 1 over 3 will have 2 over 3 plus 1. 2 over 3 plus 1 will give you 5 over 3. So this side gives us 5 over 3. Let's see what it's going to give us this side. So 4 over 3 minus minus 3 will give us that is 8 minus, okay, let me just be writing what I'm saying here. So this side we said 2 over 3 plus 1 gave us 5 over 3. Let's see if it's going to be equal to the other side of the equal sign. So we put 1 over 3 there, so we have 4 over 3 minus 3. So 3 times 3 we get 9, and then alright, so even this side is giving us the absolute value of that. So even this side is giving us So this side is 5 over 3. So this side will give us negative 5 over 3. So the absolute value of this will still give us 5 over 3. So 5 over 3 is failing to write. So in short, it has accepted. If you have seen, the absolute value of 5 over 3 will still give you 5 over 3. So this is the recommended method. Don't use the first method which I used. Please get me clearly on this question. If I'm going to have time, I'll find ways and means in which I'm going to snip out. I'm going to remove out that part which I solved. Yeah. So for some of you, you are going to watch even that part. Those that will watch it as soon as I post it. But for those that will watch this video, maybe after 30 minutes, you will not see the part which I'm saying. So just use this method which I've used in the second part. Alright, we quickly move on to the next question. Quickly move on to the next question, which is this one. So all these questions here, you just solve them the same way. So this question here, what you do is that you just take this to the other side of the equal sign, and then you solve it the way I've solved this one. Yeah. So for this one, you just take this part to the other side of the equal sign, and then solve it in the same way I've solved this question. So let me just solve one of these two questions. Yeah, then we are done. Yeah, for these questions which I'm leaving, you can find time to solve them and send them to my WhatsApp line or to my email address. I'm going to tell you whether you are correct or wrong. If you are wrong, I will correct you where you are wrong. So let me solve this one. So in the same way we solved the previous question, you do it in a similar way. So you're going to have something like this is equal to positive 5, and then the other one we're going to be solving the same question when this is equal to negative 5. So we cross multiply here. We're going to have 2, and then we're going to have 5k plus 15. So 15, when 15 goes to the other side of the equal sign, we're going to have 5k being equal to negative 17. When you divide by 5, then k is equal to negative 17 over 5. Same applies to this other part. So you have negative 2 being equal to negative 5k minus 15. So this one, you are going to have negative 5k being equal to, when this one goes to the other side of the equal sign, you are going to have 13. So the value of k will now be equal to 13 over negative 5. So in the similar way I've solved this question, that's also how you solve D. So let me just also do D as quickly as I can. So this is going to be like this. So you first write it, you equate it to a positive number, and then secondly you equate it to the negative number. Okay, so when you cross multiply here, you are going to have something like this. So when you pair the like terms, you are going to have 2x, 2x being equal to, so you're going to have 2x being equal to 4. So meaning your x will first be equal to 2. You found one solution. You move on to the next one. This side, you're going to have x plus 1 being equal to negative 3x. So we're going to have negative 3x then plus 3. So when you take this to the other side of the equal sign, you pair the like terms. we are going to have 4x this side being equal to 2. So meaning your value of x this side will now be equal to 1 over 2 when you reduce it. So basically this is how you solve these questions. They are simple and straightforward. It's just unfortunate that the other method which I used on this question, yeah, failed. But some of you who have who know how to use it, you can try it. If you find the solution by using that same method I used at first, you can do us this. You can send it to me. I see how you solve it. But otherwise, it has refused. So these are the best methods. The methods that I've shown you are the best methods that you can use to solve such equation. So the way I solved this question B is the way you solve this one. So what you do is you just say 2x minus 1 in absolute value brackets. You say equals. You take this part to the other side of the equal sign. You're going to have 3x plus 1 in absolute value symbols like that. So what you do is you say 2x minus 1 is equal to the positive of this one, and then even this other side you say 2x minus 1 is equal to the negative of this side. So when you pair the like terms here, you discover that x will just be equal to 0. So the first value of x will be equal to 0. When you pair the like terms, 3x minus 2x is x, then negative 1, sorry, not 0, because it's going to be when you take this negative, yeah, when you take this negative, positive 1 to this other side, it will be negative 1. So it will be negative 2 here, sorry. So when you put negative 2 where there is x there in this equation, so negative 2 to be negative 4 minus 1, which is negative 5. Then here to be negative 6 plus 1, which is negative 5 as well. So this one has also given us the solution. Let us now solve this other part. So this other part will be 2x. So be 2x minus 1 is equal to negative 3x minus 1. So you also pair the like terms here. So you are going to have 5x being equal to 0. So the other value of x is just going to be equal to 0. So these are the solutions for x. So thank you very much for watching today's tutorial. Just make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and note the error that is in this tutorial. In this tutorial video, there was an error, but I'm going to erase it. Yeah, so I'm going to erase it as I'm going to be uploading the video. So thank you very much for watching today's tutorial. Please subscribe to the channel. Click on that button which says subscribe. See you in the next video. Shalom, shalom.